Cam, I'd like to turn things over to you. Thank you.
Thanks, Dave. First off, good morning to everyone, and thanks for coming for this exciting day for Toronto FC and our fans. You know, I'm privileged and honored to be here today to introduce Sebastian Giovinco. But first off, let me first thank everyone for coming. I want to thank our ownership, led by Larry Tannenbaum. I want to thank Tim Leiweke for his vision and passion during this process. And most importantly, I want to thank the fans and our staff who have worked diligently throughout the past 3 months to make sure today was possible. So let me start off. I think the best way to approach this is to talk about the how and the why we're here today. Last September, October, it was apparent that we had some holes in our team. We worked hard last year to bring a number of players in, but the way we went about about bringing the players in was sort of the reverse of what we should have been doing. Rather than selecting a player and building a team around that player, what we needed to do this year was to look at our team, analyze the team, and fill in the holes. So what we did is we came up with a criteria for each position: center back, right back, attacking midfielder. We felt the attacking midfielder number 10 position was probably the most important position that we needed to fill in our offseason. Someone who will unlock defenses, who can connect the play from the defense, midfield up to the forwards, someone who can score goals. And so what we did was we came up with that criteria, and we came up with a list of about 50 players between Greg, myself, and our scouting department. We whittled that down to about 10 players. From there, we watched film. We came up with a list of 5 players, and we went and watched those players live. Sebastian was at the top of the list. Throughout the process, we weren't sure if we were going to be able to get Sebastian, someone who was really up with the top players around the world in terms of possibly going to England, possibly going to France or Spain. So then we went to Argentina. We looked at players in Argentina. We looked at players in Chile. We looked at players in Holland and England. And then around middle of December, we met up with Andrea D'Amico, and it became apparent after speaking with him about our project, about our vision, about how we wanted to bring in a player who will help the players around him be better, that he was part of that vision. Likewise, I think he felt that knowing and representing Sebastian, that this would be a project that would really resonate with him, with his family, and with his goals for the future. He wants to do something different, and I think Sebastian and Andrea will speak to that today. What does this mean for our league? It's a moment in time where I think the league has evolved over the last 2 years, where world-class players are looking at MLS as a destination. But most importantly, this is a moment for our club. It's a moment that we can talk about us continuing our ambition to be a top international club. Getting a player at just the age of 28 allows us to keep the theme of continuity, stability going. We have Michael, Bradley, Josie Altidore, Sebastian, Jonathan Osorio, Nick Hagel, and Joe Bendick, all in younger years where they can come to TFC, play together, stay together. That has been a hallmark for successful MLS clubs. So that's why this is different. That's why this is important. You look at our team, and in the offseason so far, it gets lost in the mix, but we've signed over the last year, 3 homegrown players: Jay Chapman, Jordan Hamilton, Chris Manella, who are the young local talent that are going to be coming up through the ranks. We have 8 draft picks. And between our USL Pro team and our first team, you're going to see all of these players. They're fighting for their position right now down in Orlando. And having been down there, I can tell you that we drafted some good players that we're looking to see both on the first team and our USL Pro team. We have Benoit, Giroux, we have Damian Perkis, Robbie Finley, who's played in the World Cup, won championships with RSL, Marky Delgado. I'm just raising all these names because I think the theme for us and the motto for us has been it's about the collective. It's not about one player. And I think speaking with Sebastian and his group, they feel the same way, really as a family, and just spending time with them over the last month, there's something special here. So at this time, I wanted to turn it over to Sebastian. Before I do that, let me just refresh everyone about Sebastian's career and some of his accolades. He's 130 appearances, 20 goals, and 23 assists across all competitions between Serie A, UEFA Champions League, Coppa Italia. He's back-to-back Scudettos, and he has 21 caps for the Italian national team. So Again, and I'm honored and privileged to introduce you to Sebastian Giovinco.